So Terry, I guess the question is, you've been a trustee for how long?
I've been a trustee for 26 years. I was first elected in 1983.
And who was mayor at the time?
Harry Reddy was the mayor. He was in his last term.
Okay, and what was it like serving on the board?
Well, at the time, it was exciting. It was awesome. You know, Harry Reddy had a great reputation for getting things done. We had a lot of major projects, you know, the paving of all the side streets in Midlothian. The Mid-Mark Water Commission had been formed, and we had reliable water service from that. We had the street lights that are on the business district that were installed in those years. There was a lot going on, and it was a very, very positive and strong feeling there, and I felt honored that I was asked to run with the Independent Party.
And you still feel that way, or?
I think that what has happened is we have stopped moving forward. We don't see the big projects anymore. Yes, a lot of the big projects are done. We already have lights on our streets and so on. Our streets are already paved. We have water. But we need to get moving. I think the biggest project now is our downtown. We need to get that downtown area back in shape. We need to have that be the centerpiece, the jewel of our community, and that's a major project that we can do.
How do you plan on making that the jewel of our community? I mean, right now it doesn't appear as though that could happen.
I personally would become involved by calling businesses. I know that in neighboring communities where we see significant economic development, I know that the mayor has subscribed to Crain's Chicago Business and becomes knowledgeable about the businesses that are expanding in certain types of areas, and he targets those businesses that are expanding into his area. He calls them. I would do that, and I would let the Economic Development Committee make those calls. I would have contacts made by Economic Development with current business owners, just for, if nothing else, to check in, see how you're doing, you know, and just keep in touch with the business district. As far as the bringing in of new businesses, I think that what we need to do is develop our downtown. The downtown area is really a pedestrian-oriented area. Our businesses have very, very shallow setback. In other words, the storefront is up to the sidewalk. In an auto-oriented zone, you have a parking lot between the sidewalk and the front of the business. And that really, it becomes easier to drive from one business to the next business than it would be to walk. If a person was to live in our downtown area, they would be within walking distance of numerous restaurants, from Mid-Villa to Keystone Cafe, Hog Wild, takeout places, McDonald's, Subport, Pizza at Mid-Villa, Gumwa. There's all kinds of food service there. We have a dry cleaner, we have a beauty shop, a barber shop, we have 2 banks, we have a post office, a drugstore. I'd like to get a grocery store back in there. But everything that you would need on a day-to-day basis as a resident of the downtown area is available. What that does is it eliminates the need for a second car. Because if you can get on a train and go to work, or come home from work and walk to every business that you need on a day-to-day basis, that could happen. Midlothian has that. We have it, and we're not capitalizing on it. Obviously, we don't have Best Buy. We don't want Best Buy. Best Buy is a big box store with a big parking lot, would take up half our downtown. Best Buy doesn't want to come to an area like what Midlothian has. They want to go to an area where there's big parking lots and where there's another big box store down the way from them. And that's an auto-oriented zone. We could do that on Cicero, but the downtown area, not so much. We would like that to be pedestrian-oriented. Actually, at one point, I was asked about, do we want to make Midlothian the place that people want to come to shop? And I'm saying no. What we want to do in Midlothian is make it a place where people want to come to live. The shopping will take place on a day-to-day basis. The businesses that we have now are fine. What we need to do is support those businesses, and those businesses will grow, and they will thrive, and they will improve. And they will be supported by residents in the nearby neighborhood. We have passed a zoning ordinance which includes a higher density area for the village center. We have requirements for larger floor spaces in multifamily units where you're going to have people coming here that have to pay a little bit more now than what was in the past. That means we're going to have a little bit higher income resident base in the village center and throughout Midlothian, and that will support those businesses. It can all happen. We have everything done that we need to do. We have a plan. We have the zoning ordinance to support the plan, and all we really need is for the economy to pick up, which when it does, we need to have this word out to the development community. We need to let people know that Midlothian is here, ready for development. We may have to help with some property assembly. That will cost some money on our part. This is not going to happen just by magic.
Right.
But we may have to help some developers through the TIF process in property acquisition, but this can happen.
You know, when you told me several months ago, I think it was October, maybe it was before that, that you were thinking about running for mayor, you were telling me at that time that you had a real vision for Midlothian and that you were very excited about the things you could do for Midlothian. Do you want to talk about that at all?
I think Midlothian can just thrive. Just thrive. I know it can. I know the kind of people that are living in Midlothian. I know what the people want. And this is a proud community. And to say we don't have pride would be wrong, but I think that the spark needs to be reapplied. We need to get people really, really excited about being Midlothian residents.